D, wait for it, delightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds, and welcome to another episode. And as you can see from the title of this episode, it is titled that J.K. Rowling shouldn't write the next Fantastic Beasts movie. And let me just start off by saying, it's not that I don't think that she should write the next Fantastic Beasts movie, or maybe she shouldn't, but she should definitely think about having a script doctor come in and looking at her work and maybe taking a look at it and fixing the problems that they have. Now, let me start by saying I watched Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald, and at first I did really like it a lot. I thought it was such a good movie and everything, and then I had time to rewatch it, and I had time to reevaluate my opinion. And let me just say, I don't think that it's a bad movie, but I don't think that it's a strong movie. And what I would say about that is it's just basically it's exposition on exposition on exposition. You've got more than one character pretty much telling the exact same thing. They're just all telling it, that character's telling it instead of a different one. So I think that the problem with J.K. Rowling and going from literary work to script work is that she takes so much time to explain all this stuff in detail, and when it comes to a movie, you don't need to write down all the detail. We can see it. That's the power of movies. So I think that the problem that she has is she just wants to explain so much, and us as a viewer, we need more than just exposition and explanation. In saying that, in this last movie, it's got one of the greatest action sequences, in my opinion, in the Wizarding World movies, and that's the escape of Grindelwald from Makusa and the carriage ride through New York or whatever. I think that's such a great scene, and when I saw that scene, I was like, oh my gosh, we are in for a treat. But then we started to get into the movie more, and let me just say that as we started to get into it, that's when I started to get bored, I think, but I just, I let me and myself think that I was excited about it when I first saw it, and I was, but at the same time now I've had time to let it simmer, and I've had time to think about it. So, to start this off, I just want to say that J.K. Rowling, with this movie, to prove my point, it had the worst opening weekend out of all the Wizarding World movies. And I think, and that includes the first Fantastic Beasts movie, and I think that that says a lot to the fact that maybe people don't want to see this movie. And it also, out of all the Wizarding World movies, it has the only rotten score on Rotten Tomatoes. And I know you're thinking, oh, well, you can't trust Rotten Tomatoes. Okay, maybe you can't trust Rotten Tomatoes, but you know who does? The industry. Now, J.K. Rowling has like one of the best deals when it comes to her work and her movies, or her work becoming movies, and that is she's a producer. She is a producer on these, but she has pretty much full artistic say in the whole thing, so she can, not want an actor or an actress to play a certain part, and yada yada yada, and so on and so forth. But she's a producer, so she's involved in the day-to-day minutia of what goes on with these movies. You have executive producers, and basically those people they just put their name on the movie, and then they show up from time to time, and everybody just, has to, scratch their back for that day or whatnot. But she is a producer, so it's like I just said, she is involved in the day-to-day stuff that goes on there. Now, I really do like J.K. Rowling, and I am a huge Potter fan myself. But, as I said before, when it comes to this, she needs to have someone come in and take a look at what she's written down, and she either needs to do one of two things. She needs to write the script and then have what's called a script doctor come in. They'll look over and they'll take out what needs to be taken out, and they'll put in stuff that needs to be put in. For instance, action sequences. I think that the action sequences in Crimes of Grindelwald, the first one, was the best one. That last one where they're fighting the fiend fire, totally ridiculous. It was bad. I didn't like it, and I felt that they could have had more. Now, and so a script doctor would help with that. He would come in, he'd be like, all right, you've got this character saying the exact same thing as this character, and it's not needed. The next thing that she could, or something else that she could do is, she could completely do bullet points and hand that over to a professional script writer. And basically that person, and she could have say-so in, with the final script, be like, no, I don't like what you've done here, here, and here, I need it changed. But I don't think that her pride will let her do that. I think that she cares so much about these characters that she won't do this, and I really wish that she would. In saying that, I do feel that Rowling has gotten so comfortable with her writing, but she's also lost touch with her creation, to the point where I believe that her fans know her work better than she does. Case in point with this movie, The Crimes of Grindelwald, is that she put McGonagall in it. Now, granted, she doesn't say Minerva McGonagall. Now, McGonagall wasn't born in 1926. She was born in 1935. I believe that's what it said. I didn't write it on my notes. I apologize. So she was born after this movie takes place. And I know she may be like, oh, it's her mother or whatnot, but I'm sorry. When you put a character in there, McGonagall, and you don't specify that it's her mother, then people automatically assume that it's Minerva McGonagall. That's what I did as soon as I saw the character, and I was all like, oh, she's got the same disposition as the character from the movies. I look at the books separately as far as the movies go. But, I mean, and fans were very eager and very fast to point this out. So I think that Rowling does need to step back and take a look at, and she really needs to go, she has, from what I understand, she has notebooks upon notebooks about what she's done with the Harry Potter universe, and I think that she really needs to go back and read those. So, in conclusion, I really don't feel that J.K. Rowling should write the next movie, and that's because I do feel like she wants to do so much, and she has not gotten enough experience in the script writing world that she can write another movie. Now, I will say this, I'm very excited for the next movie, and I will be going to the movie theater to watch it, but I really do think that Rowling needs to take a step back and reevaluate what she's doing with this franchise. I don't think that she needs to outdo herself when it comes to Harry Potter's success. I think that she just needs to create something that everyone will enjoy and won't look at it and just be all like, what are you doing with these characters that I love? Okay, now if you, obviously a lot of you won't agree with me, and some of you might agree with me, but if you could please leave your comments in the section down below. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. I will check you guys later. Alakazoo!
Hey nerds, if you like this video, go ahead and click that deep what icon and subscribe. And if you like this video, join me every Thursday where you can check out ranks and reviews, videos just like this.